no. We're way beyond that. Good. Stop. Go up to my car.
No, sir, I cannot.
Go to my car.
Sir, I cannot.
Get out of the car. You're under arrest.
Please.
Hey,
Okay, no.
You're under arrest.
No.
You're under arrest.
Stop. My son's right here.
Stop resisting.
Stop. Let me call my mom.
Stop.
Let me call my mom.
No, we are beyond that.
Let me call my mom.
Stop.
Oh,
Take
my
it down.
God.
Take it down.
No,
Take it down.
please.
Go to the ground.
You might think this is just another routine shoplifting arrest, but don't click away just yet. Within seconds, everything completely falls apart. A woman accused of stealing with her young child by her side refuses to comply. Officers rush to take her into custody, and the entire parking lot erupts into chaos. She claims she was only trying to survive, while police insist she crossed the line the moment she resisted arrest. But that's only the beginning. As the body cam footage continues, shocking accusations are made. Emotions reach a breaking point, and a heartbreaking explanation leaves everyone questioning whether this was simply a crime or a desperate act of survival. Stay with us until the end, because the final outcome and the charges she ends up facing completely change the story.
Can you call back the complainant and find out what items were not paid for?
I just want to go home and get my mom and do what I have to do. And take my son to my brother. Sit back and put your seatbelt back on. What are you doing? We are going to go to McDonald's, but you need to stop. I've had that. I've had that. You know what? Yes, I did. Here, take it. You can have it and take it back to him.
No. See, you already left the store. We're way beyond
I'll
that.
take it back.
No. We're way beyond that. Good. Stop. Go up to my car.
No, sir, I cannot.
Go to my car.
Sir, I cannot.
Get out of the car. You're under arrest.
Please.
Hey,
Okay, no.
You're under arrest.
No.
You're under arrest.
Stop. My son's right here.
Stop resisting.
Stop. Let me call my mom.
Stop.
Let me call my mom.
We are beyond that.
Let me call my mom.
Stop.
Oh,
Take it
my
down.
God.
Take it down.
No, please.
Go to the ground.
Stop.
Go to the ground.
Stop. My son's right there.
Stop it.
Stop, please.
You are doing this. No.
I'm asking you to let me call my mom.
Stop.
I'm asking you to please let me call my mom.
Roll over.
Ow, I hate you people.
You're also getting resisting arrest.
I already have one of those.
Oh, now you got another.
I'm not resisting.
You are resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Hey, buddy. Everything's okay, bud. You're good, buddy.
Get off me. No, get off me.
No, what is this?
Get off me.
Stop.
No, get off me.
Stop.
Get off. I can't breathe. Get off.
Sandra, roll over.
Roll over.
Sit up.
Sit up.
Okay.
I can't. You can't.
Stand up.
Please,
No,
please.
we are way beyond that. Stand up.
I have to call my mom.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Oh.
Stand up.
Ow! Ow!
Stand up.
Oh, fuck.
Tuck your legs under you and stand up.
It's not my legs, it's my arm. Please let me call my mom. That's all I'm asking. Please just let me call my mom so she can come get my baby and my...
Things are about to spiral out of control as officers respond to a reported shoplifting incident involving a woman who was allegedly caught stealing multiple items with her young child by her side. What should have been a straightforward detention quickly turns into a chaotic confrontation the moment officers attempt to place her under arrest. Instead of complying, she repeatedly refuses commands, pleads to call her mother, and desperately asks to be let go. Officers warn her multiple times that she's now under arrest, but every second of hesitation only escalates the situation. Within moments, the encounter turns physical as officers struggle to gain control while the woman's child watches the entire incident unfold. Right from the start, it's clear this isn't going to be an ordinary arrest.
Car, please.
It's okay. You know, one combatant coming in.
Please. I ask you nicely, let me call my mom to get my baby. It's okay.
We will. But you need to sit up.
Let me console him.
If you comply, we will be willing to
Sit
work
up.
with you.
Okay, can you take her to the off?
No, absolutely not. Stand up.
1, 2, 3, go.
Stand up.
Okay.
Oh, my arm! Oh, my arm! Oh, please let go of that arm. Let go of that arm.
Okay.
Oh, my God, no, let go of my arm. Let my son come in, please.
No.
Yes, I
We are
need
way
to
past
talk
that.
to him.
No, we are way past that.
Hey, I
Who's your mom?
cooperated.
No, you
told
did not.
Who's
I
your
did.
mom?
I said, fine, here, take it.
That is not cooperation.
That is cooperation.
No, it is not.
Yes, sir, it is.
What is your
Who's-
mom's name?
Kathy Storm.
Okay, do you know her phone number off the top of your head?
I do.
Okay, okay.
I want to
You
call
have a phone
her. I
on
need
you?
to call my friend too, but I don't know her phone number off the top of my head because she needs to find somebody to pick up her son if you're arresting me.
This is your mother?
Yes.
And you want her to come take your son?
She's got to come get my car and my son.
Okay. That's all we're worried about right now. What do you want the other friend for?
Because I have to have her find someone else to pick up her son. Because I'm supposed to take her son out to go eat.
What's your mother's name?
Kathy Storm.
Stop talking and let me talk. Now it is my turn. You had your turn to throw a fit, now it's my turn. No, obviously I do. Obviously I do, because you're not getting it. Okay, let's get in the car.
No. Stop. My son's right there.
We are getting in the car. If you don't get in the car, you're going to get instructions right away. No.
Give me my shoe, bitch.
Stop.
Ew, give me my shoe.
Hey,
Let me go. Give me my shoe. Just let me go.
Get in the car.
this is Grandma.
Give me my
Hello?
shoe.
Stop.
I hate the police. You guys are assholes. You guys shit for no reason.
Although the physical struggle has ended, the emotional confrontation is only getting started. The woman repeatedly begs officers to let her call her mother, insisting that her biggest concern is making sure someone can pick up and care for her son. She argues that she eventually cooperated and believes she shouldn't be arrested after offering to return the stolen items. Officers disagree, explaining that the situation had already gone far beyond a simple shoplifting investigation once she refused lawful commands and resisted arrest. Every attempt to delay getting into the patrol car creates another tense exchange, as officers continue giving clear instructions while trying to manage both the suspect and the frightened child nearby. The scene becomes less about the stolen merchandise and more about the consequences of every decision made after officers arrived.
You guys should that in.
Get in the car.
I'm in the car.
You were getting all the way in the car. Now you're getting instructions.
That was supposed to be Mom. They were trying to call.
Put your feet in the car. We're done now. Put your feet in the car.
I will as soon as you finish talking.
Put your feet in the car.
In the car. You said put my feet.
All the way in the car.
You said put my feet in the car.
I'm going to give you one last chance to comply with all orders as they've been
I
given.
want to talk to my mom.
She's not answering.
Okay, call. Then go get my phone so I can give you the other number. For my sister-in-law who lives with us.
She wants her phone.
Was Grandma coming?
She didn't answer. I don't know where her phone is. Then.
Where's Mommy's phone? Where's Mommy's phone?
Oh, right here. What?
Stop the phone too.
Because you're yelling and not listening instead.
You're not complying
No, you're not
with
listening.
lawful orders.
Okay, I would if you were listening.
Okay, hey.
So why would I comply?
okay,
Okay, look, let me talk to somebody
let me
who's got
talk to
a level
you.
head, please.
Okay, what-
Thank you.
What is the phone number that you want me to call?
You gotta get in my phone. I don't
Okay.
know off the top of my head.
Do you know the code? Or
It's,
the...
I can't tell you. I have to
Oh, hold on.
physically draw it.
Alright.
I can't see that.
Is that what it's in your phone as?
Yes, SHLEVEE. Hopefully she answers. And then if not her, I need to get Krista because that's my sister-in-law, or I'm gonna have to text them.
That person?
Yes.
Okay.
I really don't. I mean, y'all f***ing tried to jump on top. Six of you tried to jump on top of me.
Once inside the patrol car, the tension doesn't disappear. It simply shifts from a physical confrontation to an intense verbal one. The woman continues insisting that she voluntarily handed back the merchandise and can't understand why she's still being taken to jail. She repeatedly claims the officers are being unfair and argues that returning the items should have ended the entire encounter. Meanwhile, officers focus on contacting family members and friends to make sure her son has someone to care for him, while also trying to keep the situation calm. Even as they attempt to help with those arrangements, she remains emotional, frustrated, and convinced that the arrest is unnecessary. At this point, it's obvious that neither side is backing down, and what started as a retail theft investigation has evolved into a much more complicated and emotionally charged incident.
I was 9 months pregnant with that little boy, and I wasn't even involved in what was going on.
I don't know anything about that.
I was honest with y'all. I gave y'all the stuff, and just there's no need to arrest me. I gave it back. Just let me go and let me go home. I'm not doing anything wrong. I won't go back to Walmart. I'll stay away. I just need my son. I just want to go home.
I know, but you crossed the line.
How? Doing what? By not being able to afford things? Sir, listen to me, please.
Listen,
please, can I speak?
Okay, go ahead.
The reason I have to steal is because I don't have any money. I don't have anybody to help me. Yes, my mom is there, but she won't help me. I literally live off of TANF. I have no money. I have to provide for my son. I lost everything. I just left a domestic violence situation. I just got out of the shelter. Adrian.
Yeah, we're here with her.
And I just want to go home and be with my son. I'm scared out of my mind as it is. Nobody's helped me with the domestic violence. Nobody's helped me with anything. It's all been me. My son is traumatized as it is. I just want to go home, please. I don't need to go to jail. I won't go back to Walmart.
Right.
I promise I'll do better. Just please don't arrest me.
I understand.
I just want to go home.
Listen to me.
Please.
Okay. Will you listen to me? Okay. I can understand that you're down and out, okay? And you're trying to survive, all right?
So why arrest me?
Hear me out, okay? I heard you out, right? Okay? But there is plenty of resources that could have helped you.
I have called them all.
Okay?
Nobody's helping me.
You could have probably gone home with a citation.
Okay, so I wasn't resisting. I really wasn't.
I was here.
I wasn't resisting. I was trying to talk to him. He wouldn't let me talk. So then, now you're getting resisting because you won't listen. No, I'm not going to leave my son.
The atmosphere changes dramatically as the confrontation becomes less about resisting arrest and more about the woman's personal struggles. Fighting back tears, she tells officers she stole because she simply couldn't afford the essentials needed to care for her son. She explains that she recently escaped a domestic violence situation, lost nearly everything, and has been trying to survive with little financial support. According to her, every organization she contacted either turned her away or couldn't provide immediate assistance. She repeatedly begs officers to show compassion instead of taking her to jail, promising she'll never return to the store again. While the officers acknowledge that her situation sounds difficult, they remind her that hardship doesn't erase the fact that a crime was committed. It's a powerful exchange where desperation, emotion, and the law collide in a way that leaves no easy answer for anyone involved.
Sitting here by himself.
We're not going to leave your son sitting
My
here by
son is
himself.
scared. My son just wants me. Please,
I'm sure
let
he's
me
scared,
go.
but you chose that.
No, I didn't choose anything.
Yeah.
I chose to go home. Y'all are the
I
ones
know.
pulling me over. You're the one f***ing with me. I just want to go home.
So it's okay to steal? What do you mean we're f***ing with you?
Okay, it's okay. Yes, it's okay to steal when you have nothing and you have to make it somehow. So tell me, who would have helped me? Because I've called every resource out there, literally every resource out there, and nobody has the funds right now. Nobody's helping. I've tried. I've asked.
Who have you talked to?
I've talked to Salvation Army. I've talked to my caseworker with DSHS. I've talked to everybody. Lori something. I don't think she's a caseworker. She's like the leader. I don't know what but I talked to her and I was told I couldn't do anything until I got my work first stuff done. And it's like I've been trying to, and every time I turn around you're telling me I have an appointment and I keep missing the appointment because I'm not getting notice of these appointments. So now I'm calling you, and when I finally get the notice that I missed an appointment, and you're telling me you can't help me because I haven't, and now my appointment's on the 5th. I have to go to court here in Stoughton for a traffic ticket that made no sense because he pulled me over, but he didn't actually pull me over because I already at my destination getting out of the vehicle, and then he pulled up and said he was pulling me over.
So you're just the angel. You don't do
I'm
anything
not an
wrong.
angel. I do shit wrong. And yes, I stole, but I stole for a good reason. It's not like I was just stealing to steal.
Okay, there's stuff in there like Red Bulls. There's stuff in there like...
those I had. I got those from Nom Nom.
Yeah, it's all in the bag. It's all been stolen.
The Red Bull. There shouldn't be a Red Bull in the bag. I got all my Red Bulls from Nom Nom down there.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I put a couple of my drinks in there, I think.
Let me ask
but
you
I didn't
this.
steal them. I got them from Nom Nom. Because that's where I get all my drinks.
Are you self-medicating?
The conversation quickly shifts into a heated debate over whether desperation can ever justify breaking the law. The woman openly admits she stole, but insists she had no other option because every resource she reached out to had failed her. She describes missed appointments, financial struggles, and feeling completely abandoned by the very systems designed to help families in crisis. Officers carefully question her claims, pointing out that countless people face hardship without resorting to theft, and emphasizing that personal circumstances don't change the legal consequences. As both sides stand firmly behind their perspectives, the discussion becomes one of the most intense moments of the encounter, transforming a shoplifting arrest into a much larger conversation about poverty, accountability, and the difficult choices people sometimes make under pressure.
I just want to go home and be with my baby, please.
Well, let's go take care of this. The sooner we take care of it, the sooner you can get home, okay? So put your feet in for me, please. You got to get your slide around.
Can I please see
You
my
can put
son
your feet
first?
up underneath the thing. You don't want your son to see you like
but
this.
He's already seen it.
Yeah, but you don't want it.
Please bring him over here for a second.
No,
please,
that's not
I need
a good
to
idea.
talk to him.
Well, whoever your friend
No,
is that's
I need to
coming
talk to him,
can bring
please.
him over here. We're not doing that.
Please let me do it. Let me just
Your
talk to him. Or
friend can
take
do
me
it.
over there.
Put your feet in.
Please let me talk to him.
No.
I'm asking nicely. I'm not
I
resisting.
know.
And his cuffs are tight as
Okay.
and it hurts and
Right.
it's biting into my arm.
Then let's get you to the jail.
No, I don't need to go to jail. For what? For cooperating? For giving you the stuff? For telling you to take it? And then y'all
Slide in.
want to arrest me because I gave it to you?
Slide in.
This is why I hate you. I hate every single one of you. Can I have my shoe, please? No.
Why are you hitting your head?
I went like this. I didn't mean to hit my head. I just put my head against the glass. Maybe a little too
No,
hard.
you're shaking the car. You hit your head so hard.
I went like this.
Yeah, I know.
Put my head forward.
All right.
I just want to go home.
It's all on
I
camera.
didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, everything's audio, video recorded, dash cam, body cam. Once you get to the jail, you have the right to a lawyer.
I will go back to Walmart. You have nothing. You be coming back from Portland. You from a domestic violence. I can show you the pictures of what he did to me.
I probably would do everything
He
the
stole
police told me
all
to
of my
do.
stuff and I have nothing. Please, just let me go. I want to go home. Please, just let me go home.
With the arrest now inevitable, emotions reach another breaking point. The woman desperately pleads for one final opportunity to comfort her son before she's taken away, while also complaining that the handcuffs are painfully tight. She insists she never intended to run, never planned to fight with police, and believes returning the stolen merchandise should have resolved the entire incident. Officers remain calm despite the emotional outbursts, repeatedly explaining that everything, from the initial contact to the physical struggle, has been captured on body cameras and dash cameras. They remind her that the evidence will speak for itself and that any legal arguments can be made in court. As reality begins to set in, the emotional weight of the situation becomes impossible to ignore, with both the suspect and her child facing an uncertain outcome.
Please let me go. Please. Please let me go. I was not trying to flee. I sat like this in the driver's seat. I did not sit facing the wheel. I sat just like this. You attacked me.
Well, you'll have your day in court.
No, let me go and I'll still go to court. Let me go. I didn't do anything. You're the one who started it. Because all I did was be honest with you. And then you wanted to act like you acted. I wasn't trying to flee the scene. I wouldn't do that. I'm not stupid enough to do that. You're the one stupid enough to think that, but I'm not.
Just relax as best you can.
Yeah, relax, sure. Tell him to f***ing take the cuffs off and let me go home. Let me go! Let me go! You have anxiety. You don't deal with the shit I deal with. I'm not going anywhere. Stop touching me. Stop touching me. You're not a female.
I don't know.
If you want to touch me, go get a woman. Now stop touching me.
Taking the cuff off you.
Get a fucking female to touch me, not you.
We got a female at the
You
jail.
nasty ass man. Okay. Oh, what's going on?
Well, to make a long story short, she stole a bunch of stuff from Walmart and then wanted to resist, didn't want to go with the program,
I wasn't
and now she's
resisting.
got to go to jail.
I sat down on
So,
the
I appreciate you coming to get Junior,
I assumed I
okay?
was gonna leave the scene instead of trying to just have a conversation.
And then she wants to bang her
And I
head
was
against the
honest
glass
with
in there. That's why she's all bloody.
I was honest with you, okay? Excuse me, I'm sorry.
In the final moments, the woman continues protesting the arrest, insisting she never attempted to flee, and demanding that a female officer handle any further contact with her. Even as officers prepare to transport her, she remains convinced that honesty and returning the merchandise should have prevented the arrest altogether. Another officer arrives and receives a quick summary of the incident, with police explaining that what began as a shoplifting investigation escalated because of resistance during the arrest, leading to several additional charges. The body cam footage ends with the suspect being taken into custody, leaving the court system to determine what happens next. It's a reminder of how a single decision can rapidly snowball into far more serious legal consequences. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.